Are you ready to dive into the hidden world of the Sigma male? Brace yourself, because what you're about to discover might shake you to your core. Welcome to the official Sigma Male channel, where we unravel the mysteries of the most enigmatic personality type in the modern social hierarchy. Today, we're tackling a topic that's as fascinating as it is disturbing: how Sigma males become cold over time, a devastating reality. You might think you know what makes a Sigma tick, but prepare to have your assumptions challenged. We're about to embark on a journey that will reveal the dark underbelly of Sigma male psychology, exposing the hidden costs of their celebrated independence and strength. Did you ever wonder why that charismatic loner seems to grow more distant with each passing year, or why success often seems to come at the price of genuine connections for these lone wolves? Buckle up, because we're about to uncover the shocking truth behind the Sigma male's emotional evolution. It's a tale of strength turned to weakness, of independence morphing into isolation, and of ambition paving a lonely road to the top. By the end of this video, you'll understand the devastating reality that shapes the Sigma male's journey. Whether you identify as a Sigma yourself or you're trying to understand one, this insight could be the key to breaking the cycle of emotional coldness. So, are you ready to peer behind the mask of indifference and discover what really makes a Sigma male tick? Let's dive in. 1. The gradual transformation. Sigma males, often misunderstood and enigmatic, undergo a profound metamorphosis over time. This journey isn't a sudden shift, but a gradual process that shapes their worldview and interactions. As they navigate life's complexities, these lone wolves learn to protect themselves emotionally, building walls brick by brick. Their experiences, both positive and negative, contribute to this evolution, molding them into the cold, detached figures they eventually become. The transformation isn't always visible to others, as Sigma males are masters of disguise. They may appear unchanged on the surface, maintaining their charismatic and confident demeanor. However, beneath this facade, a storm brews, altering their perception of the world around them. This internal struggle often goes unnoticed, even by those closest to them, as Sigmas are adept at keeping their true feelings under wraps. The catalyst for this change can vary from person to person, but common threads emerge. Betrayals, disappointments, and the harsh realities of life all play a role in hardening the Sigma male's heart. They learn that vulnerability can be exploited, and trust is a luxury they can't always afford. As a result, they begin to distance themselves emotionally, creating a buffer between their true selves and the outside world. Over time, this emotional distancing becomes second nature, almost instinctive. The Sigma male finds comfort in his solitude, preferring the company of his thoughts to the unpredictability of human interactions. This self-imposed isolation further reinforces their cold demeanor, creating a cycle that's difficult to break. The question remains, is this transformation inevitable, or can it be prevented? 2. The price of independence. Sigma males are renowned for their fiercely independent nature, but this trait comes at a significant cost. As they carve their own path through life, they often find themselves standing alone, even in crowded rooms. This isolation, while initially empowering, can slowly chip away at their emotional core. They may revel in their freedom, but the absence of deep connections leaves an invisible void. The pursuit of self-reliance often leads Sigma males to push away potential allies and partners. They convince themselves that they don't need anyone, that depending on others is a sign of weakness. This mindset, while protective, can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. The more they distance themselves, the harder it becomes to form meaningful relationships, further reinforcing their belief that they're better off alone. Over time, this self-imposed solitude can lead to a skewed perspective on human interactions. Sigma males may begin to view relationships as transactional, always questioning others' motives. This cynicism, born from a desire to protect themselves, can inadvertently push them further into emotional coldness. They may struggle to recognize genuine affection or kindness, always searching for hidden agendas. The irony of their situation doesn't escape them. Their strength becomes their weakness. The very independence that defines them also isolates them, creating a paradox that's difficult to resolve. As they grapple with this reality, Sigma males may find themselves at a crossroads, forced to choose between maintaining their cold facade or risking vulnerability in pursuit of genuine connections. 3. Emotional armor, a double-edged sword. Sigma males often develop a tough emotional armor as a defense mechanism against life's hardships. This protective shell shields them from pain and disappointment, but it also prevents them from fully experiencing life's joys. Like a knight trapped in his own suit of armor, they find themselves unable to reach out or be reached. This emotional fortification, while initially a source of strength, gradually becomes a prison of their own making. The process of building this armor is slow and often unconscious. It starts with small disappointments and grows with each perceived betrayal or heartbreak. Sigma males learn to anticipate pain, armoring themselves preemptively against potential hurt. This constant state of emotional readiness, however, takes its toll. It exhausts them mentally and emotionally, leaving little energy for positive experiences or connections. As their armor thickens, Sigma males may find it increasingly difficult to empathize with others. The world begins to look different through the visor of their emotional helm. They might misinterpret kindness as manipulation or genuine interest as a threat. This skewed perception further isolates them, reinforcing their belief that they must remain guarded at all times. The true tragedy lies in the fact that this armor, meant to protect, ultimately becomes the very thing that wounds them. It keeps out not only pain, but also love, friendship, and genuine human connection. Sigma males may find themselves longing for closeness while simultaneously pushing it away, caught in a self-perpetuating cycle of isolation. 4. The illusion of control. Sigma males often pride themselves on their ability to control their emotions and circumstances. This perceived mastery over their lives can be intoxicating, leading them to believe they're invincible. However, this illusion of control is a fragile construct that can shatter at any moment. The more they try to control their environment and emotions, the more rigid and inflexible they become. This obsession with control extends to their relationships, or lack thereof. Sigma males may avoid deep connections, fearing the unpredictability and vulnerability that come with genuine intimacy. They convince themselves that by remaining aloof, they're in charge of their emotional destiny. But this approach often backfires, leaving them feeling empty and unfulfilled despite their outward success. The constant effort to maintain control takes its toll over time. It's exhausting to always be on guard, analyzing every situation for potential threats to their autonomy. This hypervigilance can lead to chronic stress and anxiety, further reinforcing their cold and distant demeanor. They may find themselves trapped in a cycle of control and isolation, unable to break free. Paradoxically, the more Sigma males try to control their lives, the less in control they actually feel. They may realize that true strength lies not in dominating their emotions, but in embracing them. However, this realization often comes too late. After years of building walls and pushing people away, the question remains, can they learn to let go before it's too late? 5. The burden of self-reliance. Sigma males are renowned for their self-reliance, a trait that often sets them apart from the crowd. While this independence can be a source of strength, it also becomes a heavy burden over time. They pride themselves on never needing anyone, solving their own problems, and forging their own path. However, this constant self-sufficiency can be exhausting, leading to a deep-seated fatigue that's rarely acknowledged. The pressure to always have the answers and never show weakness can be overwhelming. Sigma males may find themselves hesitant to ask for help, even when they desperately need it. This reluctance stems from a fear of appearing vulnerable or losing their perceived edge. As a result, they often tackle life's challenges alone, missing out on the support and perspectives others could offer. Over time, this self-imposed isolation can lead to a skewed worldview. Sigma males may begin to see themselves as separate from society, operating outside its norms and expectations. While this can foster innovation and unique thinking, it can also lead to a sense of alienation. They may struggle to relate to others or find common ground, further reinforcing their cold and distant demeanor. The irony is that in their quest for absolute self-reliance, Sigma males may actually limit their own potential. By refusing to lean on others or collaborate, they miss out on opportunities for growth and connection. This realization often comes late, after years of building a reputation as the lone wolf who needs no one. 6. The mask of indifference. Sigma males often adopt a mask of indifference as a defense mechanism against the world's uncertainties. This facade of coolness and detachment becomes their signature, a shield against emotional vulnerability. Over time, however, the line between the mask and their true selves begins to blur. What starts as a conscious choice to appear unbothered slowly transforms into genuine emotional numbness. This mask serves multiple purposes. It keeps others at arm's length, preventing them from getting too close or seeing any perceived weaknesses. It also acts as a buffer against life's disappointments, allowing Sigma males to maintain an air of composure even in challenging situations. But wearing this mask comes at a cost. It stifles genuine emotional expression and connection, leaving them feeling isolated even in the company of others. As they continue to wear this mask of indifference, Sigma males may find it increasingly difficult to access their own emotions. They might struggle to empathize with others or express their own feelings authentically. This emotional disconnect can lead to misunderstandings and missed opportunities for meaningful relationships. The very tool they use for protection becomes the barrier to the connections they secretly crave. The tragedy lies in the fact that many Sigma males become so accustomed to their mask that they forget how to take it off. They may reach a point where they no longer recognize their true selves beneath the layers of indifference. Breaking free from this self-imposed emotional prison becomes a daunting task, one that requires courage and vulnerability, qualities they've long suppressed. 7. The paradox of strength. Sigma males are often perceived as pillars of strength, unyielding in the face of adversity. This reputation for resilience becomes both their defining trait and their greatest burden. As they continue to project an image of invulnerability, they find themselves trapped in a paradox. The very strength that defines them becomes the source of their emotional weakness. This unwavering facade of strength comes at a high price. Sigma males may feel pressured to maintain this image at all times, denying themselves the opportunity to process and express their true emotions. They internalize the belief that showing any form of vulnerability is a sign of weakness, leading to a constant state of emotional suppression. Over time, this suppression can result in a disconnect from their own feelings and needs. The irony of their situation is not lost on them. While others admire their apparent strength and independence, Sigma males often grapple with a deep-seated loneliness. They may yearn for genuine connections, but find themselves unable to lower their guard enough to form them. This internal conflict creates a constant tension as they struggle to reconcile their desire for closeness with their need to maintain their strong, detached image. As they continue down this path, Sigma males may realize that true strength lies not in emotional invulnerability, but in the courage to be vulnerable. However, making this shift requires them to challenge deeply ingrained beliefs and behaviors. The question remains, can they find the strength to embrace weakness, or will they remain trapped in their self-imposed emotional isolation? 8. The cost of ambition. Sigma males are often driven by an intense ambition that sets them apart from their peers. This relentless pursuit of success and self-improvement can lead to remarkable achievements, but it also exacts a heavy toll on their emotional well-being. As they climb the ladder of success, they may find themselves becoming increasingly isolated, sacrificing personal relationships for professional gains. Their ambitious nature often manifests as a singular focus on their goals, leaving little room for anything else. This tunnel vision can lead to neglected friendships, strained family ties, and missed opportunities for meaningful connections. Sigma males may rationalize this as a necessary sacrifice for their ambitions, but over time, the emotional void becomes impossible to ignore. They might achieve their goals, only to find themselves standing alone at the summit. The constant pressure to succeed and outperform others can also lead to a hardening of their emotional core. Sigma males may start viewing every interaction through the lens of potential gain or loss, losing sight of the intrinsic value of human connections. This mercenary approach to relationships further reinforces their reputation as cold and aloof, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy of isolation. As they reflect on their journey, Sigma males might realize that true success encompasses more than just professional achievements. However, by the time this epiphany strikes, they may find themselves ill-equipped to build the emotional connections they've long neglected. The challenge then becomes learning to balance their ambitions with their need for genuine human interaction. As we reach the end of our journey into the Sigma male's psychological landscape, it's clear that the path to emotional coldness is paved with complexity. We've uncovered the hidden costs of independence, the burden of self-reliance, and the paradox of strength that shapes the Sigma male experience. But what now? How can we use this knowledge to create positive change? It's time for some hard-hitting questions. Are you a Sigma male trapped in a cycle of emotional isolation? Or perhaps you know someone who fits this description? Consider this. What would your life look like if you dared to lower your guard, even just a little? Imagine the possibilities if you allowed yourself to be vulnerable, to connect, to feel. The strength you've built doesn't have to be a prison. It can be a foundation for deeper, more meaningful relationships. The journey of a Sigma male doesn't have to end in emotional coldness. You have the power to rewrite your story, to find balance between independence and connection, strength and vulnerability. It's not an easy path, but it's one worth taking. Are you ready to challenge your own perceptions and break free from self-imposed limitations? Remember, true strength lies not in isolation, but in the courage to connect. The official Sigma Male channel is here to guide you on this transformative journey. If you've found value in these insights, don't keep them to yourself. Share this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell. By doing so, you're not just supporting our content, you're joining a community of like-minded individuals, all striving for personal growth and understanding. The devastating reality of how Sigma males become cold over time doesn't have to be your reality. With each video, we're here to provide you with the tools and insights to forge a different path. So are you ready to take the first step towards a more balanced, fulfilling life? The choice is yours, and your journey starts now. Don't miss out on our upcoming videos that will continue to unravel the complexities of the Sigma male experience. Until next time, stay strong, stay authentic, but most importantly, stay connected.